Hi guys, it's always nice to have you back in this channel, and today guys I'm gonna show you how you can produce insecticide at your home. So this insecticide kills things like mosquitoes, roaches, wall kegel, just name them all. Any insects that you can find inside your house. This insecticide is so strong and capable of killing them all. So that's exactly what we're going to produce today. So guys, just sit back, be patient and just learn something very nice today from Rosie. So guys, I'm really going to take my time now to show you all the tools and all the chemicals or ingredients that I'm going to use for this production today. So be patient and just follow up nicely, as I'm going to take my time to give you a perfect production on this insecticide at home. So first of all, I love to protect my hands, but it's not in all production that I like to wear hand gloves. But this is a bit harsh, so that's why I'm wearing hand gloves. And these hand gloves, I decided to put it on my right hand side because this hand is the hand that is going to be very busy in this production today. So it's optional to wear both hands. So if you have two hand gloves, you can as well use on your left hand. Like I said earlier, it's optional to use hand gloves on your both hands. So that is it. And guys, I also like to protect my eyes. So I'm gonna use my transparent, so to say, glasses, eyeglasses. I'm using this to protect my eyes. So just in case there's a splash on the face, so my eyes will not be affected. So I've got my, eyeglasses there, and you can choose to use any kind of eyeglasses. But I would advise you not to use sunglasses so that you'll be able to see what you're doing perfectly well. So that's it. First thing you need is a bucket like this, bucket like this, or a container like this. I'm using this small container because I'm not going to produce large quantity of insecticide today. I'm just gonna do this little quantity just to show you guys how you can do this at home. So you need this, you need a container, of any size, depending on the quantity of your production. You need a container like this, to pour your insecticide after your production. And then with this container, you're gonna need this connection with the pump like that, so that when you are using it to spray, it will be easier for you to use. So, this straw, you're gonna just connect it to that, like that. Just connect it to it like that. And then I'm gonna cut this, to size this bottle nicely, because this is gonna be too long for it. So I'm just gonna cut it now, and then I will place it inside the bottle. So let me quickly do that now. So I'm just gonna cut that, but don't cut it too short at a time, because you have to keep measuring to make sure the size is okay. So even as it is like this, I can as well leave it this way. If I want to cut it a little bit more, I can cut it. So I can just remove a little bit more like that. And you can see that it's perfect. You can see that there is perfect. I've used this bottle before, so you can see some particles of the old product in it. You know, so it doesn't really matter. So you can just do that. And that's it. As long as when you spray, it comes out. That's all that matters. So it doesn't matter how the straw is in the bottle. It could be like this, or it could be straight. I hope you guys understand what I'm saying. So like, I'm just taking my time to give you a good production here. So please be patient. And you also need a funnel. This funnel, we're gonna use it, you know, to connect to the bottle when we are ready to pour the insecticide straight into the bottle. This is also one of the tools that you need to use. You know, your scissors. You know, you're gonna use it to cut the straw. So you can use scissors or razor blade. Then you also need spatula. You know, need your spatula for the mixing of the chemicals or the ingredients. So that's it about the tools. And now I'm gonna show you all the ingredients or the chemicals we are going to use for this production. So guys, we have 6, you know, active chemicals or ingredients we are going to use for this insecticide production today. Now I'm gonna start by introducing to you DD-Force. DD-Force, it comes in form of oil, you know, and is a strong chemical. So this is called DD-Force, as in ABCD. So that D and another D, and then you have force, as in FORCE, force. DD-Force. So that's the number one ingredient that you need for this production. And why I'm actually using this is because I had to buy them in small quantity like this, just to show you guys how you can produce this at home. So, you know, if you're going to do a larger quantity, you're not going to need this little quantity of DD-Force. Obviously, it's going to be more than this. So that's it. So that's the number one ingredient we need for this production today. Now I'm going to show you the second one. So guys, the second ingredient here is eucalyptus oil. Eucalyptus oil. Eucalyptus oil. Eucalyptus oil. I'm going to spell that for you. EUCALYPTUS. I'm going to take that again. EUCALYPTUS. Eucalyptus oil. So that's the second ingredient, and you can see how the color is there. It's more like, plain color, doesn't have any color at all, just like, ordinary water. So that's the second ingredient that we need for this production. And it's also a strong oil. The next ingredient that we need here, guys, is industrial camphor. This is industrial camphor. You can see how it looks like. Maybe I should open it and just show it to you so you can see this. At least this is not in liquid form, so I can open it and show it to you. So this is camphor. This is how it looks like. Like sugar. Like sugar that comes in cubes. And it's industrial camphor, not just ordinary camphor. It's a strong and a very powerful camphor. So this is the next ingredient we are going to use, industrial camphor. So this is industrial camphor, and it's the number 3 ingredient that we need for this insecticide production today at home. So that's it. Number 3 ingredient is camphor. And I'm going to help you spell the camphor just in case you're going out to buy your chemicals outside, you not get a wrong thing. So camphor is spelled CAMPHOR. 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 Guys, this is the number 4 ingredient that we need for this production. Formalin is a strong chemical, powerful. So formalin, I'm gonna spell it out for you. I'm just taking my time to do this for you guys so that when you go out there to get your chemicals, you not get a wrong chemical for your production. So now formalin is spelled FORMALINE. I'm gonna take that again. FORMALINE. Formalin. And you can see it's also in oil form. So that is the number 4 ingredients that we're gonna use for this production. And now we need the number 5 ingredients, which is an alcohol, a strong alcohol for production. Most of the production that needs alcohol, this is one alcohol that I love to use. And a lot of you that have been watching my videos, you know that I love to use methanol. So this alcohol is methanol, and this is the number 5 ingredient for this production. So methanol is spelled METHANOL. I'm gonna say that again, guys. METHANOL. Methanol. So that is methanol, and it's one of the ingredients we're gonna use for this production today. Now, the last ingredient for this production today is gonna be color. Color, color as a normal color, like you have blue color. So I've chosen to use orange color today for this production. It is optional, let me put it that way. You can choose to just do your production with that color, and you can as well choose to use any color of your choice. So that's it about the ingredients. And guys, I'm still gonna take my time to give you the measurements of all these chemicals I've shown to you. So now we're gonna go into the production proper, right? And I'm gonna start with the number one ingredient, which is DD first. So I'm gonna pour my DD first. I've just cut that with my scissors, so that's why it's important for you to have your scissors with you, if you are measuring in little quantities like this. So I'm gonna pour my DD first into my container, which is DD first. So you can see that's my DD first going in there. So you can see my DD first in there. I'm sure you can see that nicely. So that's my DD first in there. So right now I'm gonna pour the second ingredient, which is eucalyptus oil. Eucalyptus oil is the second ingredient. So I'm gonna pour that in there. That's the second ingredient. So I've just added my second ingredient there. So guys, you can see the two ingredients are in there. The first and the second ingredients are in there. So you have to stir. You stir very well. And you can see the color is actually changing. And the texture is becoming thicker. You can see the texture right now of the two ingredients. The first two ingredients, the DD first and the eucalyptus oil. So that's the two ingredients in there, and you have to make sure you stir it very well. You can see that. So now I'm gonna add my industrial camphor as the number 3 ingredient. So that is my industrial camphor in there. Goes in there. So you have to make sure you mix these 3 ingredients until the whole camphor is well dissolved. Mix it and make sure it's well dissolved. Give it a good mix. Give it a good mix. You can see the camphor is still there. So you have to mix it and make sure everything is well dissolved. Camphor is well dissolved in there. See that? Guys, don't worry. I'm gonna give you the measurement after the mixing because I don't want you to get confused here. I'm gonna just list them out properly for you. I'm gonna call them out properly for you, the mixture I am using here. So you can see that the camphor is well dissolved in there. So now I'm gonna add the next ingredient, which is the formalin. Formalin is the number 4 ingredient. See my formalin? So I'm adding that. and then you mix very well. You see the texture has also changed as well. You can see now the texture is becoming lighter, you know, and it's not so creamy like when we started with the first two ingredients. After adding the formalin, the texture is a bit lighter than before. So you have to make sure you mix this very well. Mix it well. And then the next ingredient I'm gonna add here is gonna be methanol. Methanol. So that is my methanol. That's the next ingredient. So I'm gonna stir. You can see, guys, the texture has changed. Of course it will change because the alcohol has gone in there, so that makes everything much lighter. The texture of this mixture is becoming more lighter than the first time. So you can see, all you have to do here is to give it a good mix. Give it a good mix. And now I'm gonna add the last ingredient, which is color. That is my color. So I'm gonna add to taste. Just add a little bit like that first, and then mix it and see. I think that is okay. Maybe I should add a little bit more. A little bit more. So that's okay for me, but you can add more if you want. When you're doing your own production, you can add more if you want. So that's it. You just have to give it a very good mix. Give it a good mix. Give it a good mix. And then your insecticide is ready. Wow, guys, can you see that? As simple as ABC. That is it. So I'm gonna pour this in a container, and then after that I'll give you guys the measurements that I use for this production, the accurate measurement of each chemical that I use for this production. So that's it. That's your insecticide. Homemade insecticide is ready and very strong and effective. So guys, I'm gonna quickly pour this in a container. And then I'll give you the accurate measurement that I just used. You see, it's finished. Everything is finished. So guys, this is actually half liter. This container I use here is half liter. You know? So what I will do now, I'm gonna give you all the measurements for this half liter of insecticide I've just made now. Everything is finished. You see? So it's just half liter of insecticide I've made now. Half liter. So I'm gonna give you the measurement for this half liter and it will help you. You see, I've just done the filling of the insecticide in that container, after the production, and you saw how I produce this insecticide. Very easy and very simple. It's just for you to know the right chemical to buy, So now, what I've just produced now for you guys is just half liter of insecticide. Half liter. So I'm gonna give you the accurate measurement for this half liter that I've just produced now for you guys. You can see everything is finished. There's nothing left there. So that's it. Your insecticide is ready to use. So guys, I'm gonna take them one after the other. The DD Force, I actually used 40 ml of DD Force. Did you get that? The quantity for that DD Force was 40 ml. 40 ml. And then the second one, the second ingredient that I used is eucalyptus oil, and I used 50 ml for that. And the third thing I used there was camphor, and I used 20 grams of industrial camphor for that production. So now the number 4 ingredient was formalin, and I used 40 ml. 40 ml of formalin for that production, and that was the number 4 ingredient or chemical. 40 ml of formalin. And after that, I used methanol as the number 5 ingredient. Number 5 ingredient, I used methanol, and I actually used 300 ml of that methanol as the number 5 ingredient or chemical used for that insecticide I just produced. So I used 300 ml of methanol. That is the alcohol. The alcohol that I used for that production was 300 ml. And the color is to taste. Just add it to taste as you want. That's it. That's it for the measurements and all the ingredients that I use for that production. I hope you guys enjoy that production, and do not forget to give this video a thumbs up if you like it, and also share this video with your friends, your loved ones. It's also good for them to learn something as well. It might help them tomorrow, because you can as well use this homemade production to make some money. Maybe with friends, family, friends, your neighbors. You can be selling these things to them, and you can still make some money from it. And if you can go further, getting the license from the government, and if they like your product, they can give you the license and you start producing large quantity. So guys, with that measurement I've given to you, it's going to be easier for you to do anything and to produce any quantity that you want to produce. So you just have to times this to any quantity that you want to do. This is actually half liter of insecticide we've just produced with all that measurement I've given to you. So if you need to produce 1 liter, you just have to do it 2 times of all that measurement we've just used now, and then you get 1 liter. And then you keep adding like that and like that till 10 liters, 20 liters, depending on what you want to produce. So that is it. So thanks guys for watching, and please do not forget to subscribe to this channel, because a lot of wonderful things are still gonna come your way through this channel. And to be honest with you guys, As I'm sitting down here, I'm still gonna continue with other production, which I'm still gonna drop for you guys in this channel. So subscribe so you can see other things that I'm gonna produce for you guys in this channel. I love you guys and see you very soon.